FloorStak system is designed to provide event companies with a safe, quick and effective way to construct a level floor on sloping or uneven ground. The unique features of FloorStak mean that it can be used with almost any kind of flooring system and will cope with slopes of up to 12 degrees of inclination. Using a combination of adjustable structural elements, FloorStak creates a substructure which follows the contours of the site. Telescopic braces are used to interconnect FloorStak columns into a coherent structure with appropriate resistance to lateral loads. Intermediate struts called I-stacks give additional support where needed to provide the static load rating of the floor. The first element in a FloorStak column is the baseplate component, which has a concave surface onto which is fitted a primary riser, so that when the two parts are put together, they form a universal coupling. The primary riser simply sits on top of the baseplate and is fixed in position using a curved washer and an M16 bolt. Tightening the M16 bolt fixes the primary riser. Releasing the bolt enables the riser to move, thus adjusting the angle. This is what enables FloorStak to cope with slopes and uneven ground. Levelling the primary riser is simple and quick, and the M16 bolt only needs to be tightened with about the same torque that you would apply when tightening the wheel nut on a car. Once the primary riser is set, it becomes possible to start building the FloorStak column to the desired height. This is achieved by adding secondary risers. These components simply clip onto the top of the primary riser by engaging the curled outer edge with the slot in the riser top plate and twisting it into position. Secondary risers come in three heights: 200mm, 100mm and 50mm, and are engaged in combination until the overall column height is within around 50mm of the final height required. The final element to be added is the top adapter, which is the component which connects the FloorStak column to the underside of the flooring system. It has a screw mechanism to allow fine adjustment of the height, and it is fitted in exactly the same way as the other components. The winder actuates the central adjustment screw. This example shows the standard termination plate on the top adapter unit, onto which can be mounted an attachment bracket for the particular flooring system required. There is a range of adapter plates and brackets available for all types and brands of flooring, some of which are for connecting the structure leg foot plate to the top of the FloorStak column, and others, such as the one shown here, which connects to the ring beam. The 50mm primary riser is used in combination with the various lengths of secondary riser to provide overall height up to around 60 cm, beyond which the 50mm primary is replaced with a longer element, either ½ metre, 1 metre or 1.5 metre, according to the site requirements. This is an example of a 1 metre primary riser being fitted. It attaches to the base plate in exactly the same way as the earlier 50mm unit. All of this is achieved using only one tool, the 24mm AF socket spanner provided. Further height increments can then be added with secondary risers as before. The top adapter being added here is an example of the attachment for the structure leg. Incidentally, height adjustment via the screw is still possible even when the tent has been erected on FloorStak. so it is possible to compensate for a small amount of sinkage on soft ground. It is necessary to incorporate bracing wherever the system is being used above 60 centimetres height in order to ensure that a safe structure will result. Wherever braces are used, it is essential that the base plates of the connected columns are either secured to the ground with the recommended fixing stakes, as advised by the tent manufacturer, or connected to a ballast of recommended weight. The FloorStak installation instructions give guidance as to the quantity and positioning of braces for any given structure. The braces themselves are telescopic to give major adjustment increments by simply removing and refitting a crosspin. And they also have a screw attachment on one end to give fine adjustment. Intermediate struts called I-stacks are often needed in order to eliminate the deflection which occurs when a floor system comes under load. I-stacks have an angle adjustable base so that they can deal with uneven and sloping ground, and they have a simple twist lock mechanism for major height increments, together with a screw adjustment at the top. There is a simple clamp arrangement incorporated in the top attachment bracket to ensure that the I-stack stays securely in position. Thank you for watching our FloorStak video. We hope you found it interesting and informative. Please do contact us if you need further information.